Hello. This is Adrian Obi, Capricorntigress, intuitive Western Astrologer of Astrology, alookinside.com. And I am coming to you with the Astrological, the horoscope for Libra for the month of May 2019. Hello, Libra. Hello. Happy May to you. So, I'm just going to vibe for where the aspects are for the month of May. And before I get into that, I just wanted, to say to everyone, yes, I'm normally a brunette. And yes, today I'm a blonde. It was kind of funny. Today I had to go and check and find out what was going on because I had the unbelievable urge to be blonde today. And sure enough, the moon was in my first house in Aquarius. So I just thought I'd share that. I thought that was kind of cool. Anyway, the emphasis for you guys, for Libra, really is in the 8th house of money. You got a lot of emphasis going on in the 8th house of money. Actually, it's other people's money, really, right? It's the money that you hope that people are going to, I guess, pay to you, or if someone owes you money, that could be. But it's really like your partner's money. It's money owed to your money that you would get from an outside source. This could be taxes, annuities, child support, alimony, anything like that. It could be that there's emphasis on things like wills and stocks and bonds and financial documents. That could be something that really takes precedence in the month of May for some reason. I just feels like a lot of signing of officious documents. And this is actually carried out through not only your 8th house, but your 9th house. There's going to be emphasis there. So this whole signing of like officious documents is there. I almost want to say contracts, because I think like either the 8th or 9th house also rules things like contracts. So I don't know if that means anything to anyone, getting a contract or signing a contract, but I could see where that could happen, and that's major for the month. Now, when I say all this stuff about the 8th house, you're like, yeah, 8th house, big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Listen, you got a lot going on here. This is not a joke. 8th house is a serious house. The 8th house is the house of sex, death, money, and taxes. That's the heaviest shit there is. It is. It's a heavy house. So please don't take the 8th house like it's a joke. It's not. Life and death hangs in this house. I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm just saying it's that kind of house. It's a heavy house. It's not a light house. Okay, some houses are light, and then some houses are dark. And this is a darker house. It's a water house. It's the natural house of Scorpio. And let me tell you why I feel like I have to stay on this for a minute, because Taurus is there. And there's going to be the full moon in Taurus, the new moon in Taurus on the 4th of May. But there's a lot going on in Taurus, because we got the new moon in Taurus. We've got the sun in Taurus, Mercury in Taurus, Venus in Taurus, Uranus in Taurus, and the new moon, as I mentioned, is in Taurus on the 4th. That means that whole vibe of, that Taurian vibe, it's going to be with us for a few weeks. And it's the new vibe. I mean, it's a new moon. And so it's a way, all new things start there. Well, that's your 8th house. That's your eighth house. That's deep stuff. That's deep psychological stuff. Like, it could just be secrets, like you've held in and kept them, or maybe you find someone that you feel like you can share your secrets with. Maybe you someone who gets, hopefully, to, I mean, if this is an issue, to talk with a therapist or a psychiatrist. Perhaps that could be how it plays out. It could be that you just feel like you can keep secrets. It could just be that you're having a hell of a lot of sex. I'm just sex, man. Just sexing it up, man. Hell of a lot of sex. That's pretty much what I think is going to go down, because Venus is there, and the Sun and Mercury and Uranus and the Moon. That's called sex, I think. It could be money. Could be money. You know, I'm not saying it ain't money, but it could be a hell of a lot of sex. That's what I'm seeing. Now, speaking of sex and money, the full moon in Scorpio is at 27 degrees of Scorpio, and that's on May 18th, and that's falling in the second house of your money, but also what you have to give. Again, that's more of that vibe of sex, sensuality, and sex. It's a very sensual, sexual time, I think May is for you. And it might just be me. I might just have sex and sensuality on the mind. But no, I see it. It's a lot of second and eighth house emphasis. And that's what that means. I mean, it can be money, sex. What is it? Money, sex, death, right? Taxes. Money, sex. It really is. That's what it's about. Now, there is going to be some emphasis after the 21st, when the Sun and Mercury move out of Taurus and go into Gemini, and then they'll go into the ninth house, and then that'll roll more about what you're thinking, like your higher mind, and it'll, the Sun and Mercury will be there, so you'll be thinking these things, and so hopefully it'll be more on learning and education and travel and just learning new and exciting things, and it'll, hopefully get your mind off of all the sex. Sorry, I had to say something about the sex again. Anyway, you've got Mars is going to be in that ninth house until the 16th. And then after that, which is travel, by the way, that's travel. You guys actually could do some traveling in the month of May. I mean, it's possible. I mean, at some point, after the 21st, you got the Sun and Mercury there. And before the 21st, you've got Mars there. Now, after the 16th, Mars does go into the 10th house in Cancer, and the North Node is there as well. But, Cancer is in your 10th house. That's career. That's the image you're giving off. It's very nurturing. It's very caring. It's a very emotional, nurturing, almost mothering type of image that you're giving off, that quality. Like you're somehow, I don't know how you're pulling it off, but with Mars there, it might come off a little aggressive, or just maybe a little mothering or smothering. It could happen. Saturn and Pluto are retrograde down in the fourth house for you Libras anyway. And then we got Mars up in the 10th house with the North Node in Cancer. That's just going to be a doozy when it comes to affections. And especially when it comes to your career. You got Neptune sitting in the 6th house of career anyway in Pisces. So it could be a really interesting time with having Mars in Cancer. It's almost like going around saying, I want to give hugs to everyone in my work. I just don't know. I hope that's not the way it comes out, but something of that nature. There is going to be, like I said, that full moon in Cancer, and that's full moon in Scorpio in the 2nd house at 27 degrees. That's May 18th. That's money. That full moon in the 2nd house, that's money. And so I'm hoping that, hopefully for you, after the 18th of May, you get some money. That would be great. And also with all that emphasis sitting up there in the 8th house, if your partner owes you money, if someone owes you money, like child support, alimony, some annuity or taxes or something, you could get that money in May. So let's hope that works out, right? Well, this has been my reading for you guys, Libra. I don't have very much more. I'm going to be doing more. I always come back and do the mid-month for you, Libras, but I'm going to be doing aspects, which, talks about what's squaring and opposing and stuff like that. I'm going to make a separate video for that, and I'll let you know when I upload that. So that'll be separate. But this has been my reading for basically for your chart, Libra. I think overall it's about the money for, overall, because it's eighth house, second house access. Money here, your money, partner's money. Money owed to you, money received, money you own, money you give, money, either side. They're both, and Libra, like that, I hate to do this like the scale, but there it is, the scale again, right? The partner, your money, coming in, going out, that type of thing, right? So you're going to feel that. You might feel that ambivalence with the money, that, that seesaw effect that gets going back and forth. You might be trying to weigh it out. You might be trying to balance your money, balance your checkbooks, balance the equal give and take in your relationships and when it comes to finances. These are the issues that you're going to have to deal with in the month of May, I think. And I think you'll be able to come to a great conclusion, because that's the emphasis and that's what you're supposed to deal with this month. And so I think you'll do a very good job of it. Okay. All right, Libra. This has been my pleasure. If you haven't, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe our videos, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also stop by astrologylookInside.com, the blog, subscribe to our blog. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/astrologylookinside. And I also have a group where I do free mini readings on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/astrologylookinside. And I'm back on Patreon again. I think I got to fix that, I think, though, just to make sure I don't have what happened happen to me again. Anyway, you can find me on Patreon at patreon.com/Capricorntigress. It is 4:19 in the morning. I haven't been asleep since yesterday. If I look a little hard around the edges, it's because I'm freaking exhausted. Libra, it has been my pleasure giving this reading to you. Thank you for your patience and putting up if you got to this point in my video. Much love and much light to all of you wonderful Libras. Okay, bye now.